So number one, develop an achievement mentality. This is the first thing you need to do, is make a promise to yourself that from now on, you've transitioned to an achievement mentality. And that means instead of getting high on food, on drugs, on porn, on alcohol, you are going to get high on achieving. And you're going to use the mentalities, the routines, and the structures that I outlined for you to forge laser-like focus in achieving your mission and your goals. The problem with most guys is they're in a pleasure-seeking avoidance mentality, not an achievement mentality. So instead of getting high on achievement as the primary purpose of their life, they are looking for pleasure as the primary purpose of their life. They're just trying to get through the day so they can get home and have a pizza and beer and watch porn or, smoke weed or whatever it is. Okay, when you have an achievement mentality, your primary purpose is getting things done. My primary purpose when I wake up every single day is accomplishing 3 or 4 tasks that I can check off of my wonder list. Okay, everything I have is super organized down to my wonder list, and I live to just check off those tasks and be fucking done with things. That's what I get up and do. That gets me more high than any type of drug or anything else, right? The funny thing is, when you focus on an achievement mentality, you can actually enjoy stuff like drugs and girls and alcohol a lot more because you don't become addicted to them, right? It is like a protection for addiction because you are not going to let anything get in the way of jeopardizing your mission. And if one little area gets a bit out of control, it's very easy to cut that off because your primary focus is getting shit done. So anything that's going to majorly affect getting shit done, you're going to be able to cut out. This is the crucial switch that you have to make. And once you make that switch to getting high on achievement over everything else, that is going to be the catalyst for the major change in your life. Okay. Number 2, your plan. If you're reading this site, you need a business and you need a business plan, and you need to be the captain of your own ship. Okay. Start by finding a pain point or a service deficiency or a solution that is in line with your expertise or capabilities. The payoff of a successful business is going to solve the major pain points in your life and give you that freedom and that wealth and that control over your own destiny. And to do that, you need to solve other people's pain points and other people's problems. I chose personal self-improvement for men. When I was 20, I didn't think I would be doing this. The stuff that I've read and the stuff that I practice on game and on fitness and all this stuff, that was stuff that I was interested in. And, reading this stuff and applying it for over 20 years, I never thought that this would be my business. But after I'd gone through 3 or 4 businesses that didn't work, I found the right thing, because health, wealth, and relationships, that sells. And sure, there's a lot of competition, but I knew from reading other sites that I was better than these guys. Okay, I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I knew that I was smarter. I could apply concepts better. I could crystallize things and give it to you in, the most applicable, efficient way for getting real world results. I know that a lot of guys are in pain. They don't like their lives, but there is a service deficiency in the personal development community because most guys are selling you blue pill fucking garbage shit that doesn't work, and these guys have never been successful out of any other area that is self-improvement, where they're hustling guys and separating fools from their money. So a guy who's really fucking serious about changing his life has very few places to go, and I knew that I had the tools and the skill set and the intelligence to be able to deliver that to him, and time is proving me right on that. But for you might have a different skill set. I couldn't program a VCR, but if you are an intelligent guy and you've got the web programming skills, there's your service. Okay, that's an in-demand service. It's a portable business. You can do that anywhere in the world. If you're a personal guy and you have sales skills like I did, real estate, selling insurance, shoveling driveway, doing a service-based business that's based on sales and pounding the phone 300, 400, 500 times a day to get clients, that could be your route. If I hadn't found RLD and I hadn't crystallized my vision, I would be back in Toronto doing a service-based business around sales, real estate or insurance or something like that. and I wouldn't be nearly as happy and nearly as fulfilled. But on the flip side, I would be making a lot more money. So at the end of the day, you've got to find a business that solves a demand where there's a service deficiency and you have expertise or a skill set in that area, or you can learn expertise or skill set in that area. Like, you may not have sales experience, but you're a personable guy, you're mentally tough. That is something that you can learn. Number 3, modeling. Okay, if you're creating a business, model businesses that are already successful in your niche. If you want to invent something, model successful inventors. Because the better you are at modeling, the faster your learning curve will be, because your subjects will have already beta tested millions of failures for you. So when I started my business, I did not read a lot of Manosphere blogs. And when my first year of writing, I didn't even have comments turned on because I literally didn't want people to comment. Because when I'm reading blogs, I don't read the comments. I don't care about the comments. I just want to hear what the guy has to say. I wasn't showing my face. I wasn't giving audios and videos because I don't give a fuck about audios and videos. I was writing literally in point form, in bullet points. And I was writing what I wanted to read. Okay, were it up to me, I would just drop articles like that in pure bullet point form about this is how this works, here's my evidence, and here's what you should do, because that's all I want to read. But I realized that's not what the marketplace wants. Guys want that, and they want that distilled vision, but they also want to hear about my stories, and they want to hear about my emotions and some vulnerability, and they want to be, that they want some emotion in there, and they want videos and audios, and and they want an article that has lots of images and that looks nice. So and a lot of young guys want to be motivated, and also I have to appeal to a lot of, some articles are written for guys who are just beginning and guys who are just learning, and not everything can be written on an advanced level. So there was all these things where I was off in my market. But looking at the guys who were successful, I was able to take stuff from them and use that and put my own take on it. And by modeling those successful guys, it took years off of my learning curve about building an audience. And my audience has grown quicker and quicker as I've continued to do that. And now I'm at the point where I don't have to model anyone, but it got me to the level where I want it to be much faster. So let's say you're doing real estate, find the guy who's doing well and do whatever it takes to get him to, show you how it's done. Model him. Model what successful guys have already done. Read books about successful guys in your industry and model that. Number 4, desire. Okay, you need a burning, glowing, white-hot ember of desire for success, because you're competing with everyone else, and everyone else is willing to work hard. Okay, everyone else wants it, so you need to want it more than they do. You need to be the guy who's like, I'm going to fucking do this or I'm going to die trying. Literally, you're like, I am going to do this no fucking matter what. Once you've established that you've used accurate thinking, you've got a realistic goal, you've got a goal where you can model someone else, where hopefully someone else has already blazed a trail in that particular industry. You can see that someone's done it and you have the same intelligence as that person does and the same skill set or maybe more, and you know that it is possible, then you do not fucking quit, okay? You do not quit, because you have that desire. You're going to do it or you're going to die. You're going to fucking die trying to make it happen. Once you have that mentality, who can compete with you? How can you possibly not be successful? Because you give it enough time and you put in enough work and you have that desire, you will succeed when you have the right base and you've set up all the factors correctly. You will succeed.